Hey guys, Night Prowler here, and I'm going to try and do this. I've got kind of a makeshift tripod thing going on, so you're actually seeing the bottom of the rock here. Let's see, is that coming up? Alright, I got my, this is going to be the first time I've ever used this. I just bought it 2 days ago, yesterday. This is my Katadyn Hiker Pro, and I've got it set up to work with a Camelback. So I'm going to bring my Camelback over there, and then hopefully I'll yell really loud and you guys can hear me. Try not to drop my phone in the river. All right, let me get over here. So you guys can see here is I've got, well, maybe you can see it, probably can't see it. I've got my Camelback. I've already taken the tip off of it. I just drained out my water into my platypus, so I'm going to go ahead and try and fill this up using the hiker. Let's see if I can get you guys somewhere you can see this. Let's see, what area can you see? I guess you can see that rock right there, so if I lay this right here on the rock, you should be able to see it. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, you guys can see that. Alright. I'm going to have to talk really loud because, you know, I don't want the wind and everything else to get in the way, so. Okay. Let's see, like I said, I just got it yesterday, so I'm not Mr. Totally know what I'm doing. Okay, this is your intake hose. So that's my intake hose. I've got that all squared away. You got to put all this together when you first get it. So I got all that in there. Try not to drop all this stuff into the river. This is my outtake hose. Got it set up in there. And then I've got it set up with the quickest disconnect. Here, let's see. There ain't anything else in here, so I'll just put this my carabiner back on my belt. There we go. So I don't drop it. Hopefully. Kind of at a weird angle. This is the Hiker Pro. I know there's a million videos out there on YouTube, but you know, I don't think no one really shows you the deal with these quick disconnects and putting it onto a Camelback. So basically, at a Camelback, you take off your bite valve here, which I've already done. I've stuck it in my pocket, trying to do the video. You make sure that this is open. So on. So make sure that little gizmo there is open. Now I'm going to try and get this set up. Remember, guys, this might not go flawlessly. I'm not, you know, this is the first time I'm using it, so try to stick my little bag up there. So let's see. I'm gonna stick this, and you know what? Before, and this goes in the top. Sorry. And before I actually use this, it's a brand new filter since I just got the system. I'm gonna go ahead and ooh, almost got my intake hose dirty there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump some water through it first, just to get the system cleaned out. You probably want to be doing this all not on a rock. You probably want to be doing it on the side of the shore or somewhere. But this would seem like a good spot to do it. The water looks like it's moving right here, so I thought this would be a good place to do it where I got moving water, so I'm not picking up a lot of you know, I'm not using stagnant water. So let's see, stick this. As you guys know, this sponge is for, you know, field cleaning the pre-filter before it gets to the pleated filter. And I'll stick that right up there. Hopefully it doesn't, you know, I'll stick it right here. Hopefully it doesn't fall off and end up in the river or creek or whatever you want to call this. So, now what I'm going to do, I've already got put this here. I've already got my top one on. I'm going to see. Let's push this one into my bottom, quick disconnect. Set my float. You just want it above the surface, kind of. So right about there. That's nice. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and pump some water through this before, I'm going to probably do a couple liters, just before I try to, you know, put it in my Camelback. So bear with me. Sorry, I'm not saying too much. I gotta have the. I have this in my teeth, so I'm trying to. Kind of. I don't know why that sunk all the way. Oh, it's kind of getting sucked down that there. We can get that a little bit better. See if I can sit on my butt. Maybe that'll make life a little easier for me. It keeps wanting to sink to the bottom, but I think half the reason is because it's getting sucked to the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and pump a little bit more. Yeah, see, that's probably not a good way of doing it, messing with that hose and contaminate, you know, you got to be careful not to contaminate your hoses. Kind of kicked me off that this ain't really staying where I want it. You know, I got some decent water right there. Now that's what we wanted. We wanted some nice clean, you know, some nice clean water coming out. You saw when I first started doing it, it was like it was kind of soapy looking. Well, that's because it's a new filter. So. Alright, so I think we're pretty good right. That wants to go over there. Screw it, I'll let it go right there. I don't know. Alright, now I'm pretty sure we're good as far as, we got our clean water going. So I guess I'm going to start filling up the Camelback. It keeps getting, I don't know. Alright, well we're going to go ahead let me test it. I'm going to drink the water a little bit. I'm going to spit, you know, shoot some in my mouth, see what it tastes like. Just kind of curious. That's good. That's not bad. That's tasty. I can't really tell the difference between that and, except for it's colder than my other stuff. So, like I said, I'm not going to get into all the details on this because, honestly, you know, there's so many videos out there that do this way better than I do. I'm just showing you the quickest connect to the Camelback. And we're gonna try and stick this over here. I'm gonna kneel over here. So far, I don't know why in the world that this wants to keep going to the bottom. I don't want it on the bottom. Maybe it has something to do with the current from the thing. I'm not sure, but I didn't want it on the bottom. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but the water's definitely going inside the Camelback. And it's moving very, very quickly. So that's a good thing. This is actually working out a lot better than I thought it would. Sorry, I'm probably yelling really loud and it's probably annoying. I just don't know what you guys can hear and what you guys can't hear. So, cool thing about this system with it on the, you don't want your, see, I keep getting the intake hose in the water, so, or the outtake hose in the water. So you don't want to do that. That's not the smart way to do this. So, maybe I'll boil some water tonight and clean, run it through and clean my hoses. So, maybe if I stand up, that might help. Remember, this is a 3-liter bladder, so it's going pretty good. Let me check the time real quick on my video. I don't really want it going over a certain time. I can't even see what time that is. Okay, 12. Okay, good. There we go. Now we're getting. So the cool thing about this is, if you got your Camelback in your backpack, and you see a little river and you're not quite the base camp or whatever yet, and you want or a little stream or whatever, you want to fill up on your water, now you can just go pull over to the side. You don't even have to take your bag off if you can get to the filter. Excuse me. If you can get to the filter, you can go directly into your backpack. So that's kind of nice because on the Coyote 80, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get that. Once you get everything in there, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get the, wow, that's, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that actually is, that is filled beyond capacity. So I'm gonna stop there. I don't need to fill that up anymore. And I'm gonna, now before I let this off on the thing, I want to turn this to off, so all my water doesn't go back out, because I don't have the bite valve on there. And then I'm going to pump through this real quick. After I get the bite valve on here, I'm going to try and pump through this. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah, you definitely don't want to mix your hoses up on accident. That's why you should be better organized than me. But like I said, this is the first time I've used it, and hopefully it won't be my last because I'll be dead. So, like I said, you don't want to get your hoses mixed up. Alright, put the bite valve on here. Now we're good to go. That was quick too. I can't actually, I think that was faster than, maybe it was, I don't know. I thought it was faster than what they say. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try and purge the system. So what I'm going to do here is stick this part over this rock here and try and get the rest of the water out of here. And then when I get back to camp, I'm going to undo the filter housing and then try and what am I trying to say? try and let it dry out and see how much sediment we picked up in the filter. I don't think we picked up much, because if we picked up any, because this is moving water, there was some a little bit stiller water that wasn't moving, but I chose to go with the moving water because I thought it would just be, you know, less silt, less sediment. All right, that's all good and go. So now we're going to take our out hose, or I take that back, our in hose, and try not to put that in the river. Got to remember, don't put that in the river. You'll basically be undoing everything you did. Okay, so that's good. We'll wrap this up real quick here. Well, nothing quick, but try and wrap it up. Get this in our little Ziploc bag here. And then we'll go back to camp. Then we'll take our quick disconnect off of our outline. Put that in our out bag. And head back to camp, and hopefully we did a decent video for once. No, hopefully. But we'll see. You never know. I think I'm going to get one of those adventure tripods, the little tiny ones that are light. I think I'm going to get one of those. I think that would make my life easier for doing stuff like this. Alright guys, catch you later.